Mine joy. 13 years bounce house business. Bounce house business, it takes a lot of physical labor. And 10 of the 13 years, that was me, right? I think maybe the last 3 years we started hiring employees, and yes, great, but it doesn't matter actually who's doing the labor, but I did the labor for the first 10 years, most of it. Now, when we started the business, was when my son Grant, was born. So actually, Juliana was pregnant. We were living at my mom's house because we were broke. We didn't have the money. And she was pregnant, and she came up with the idea while she was pregnant. She came up with the idea for a bounce house business, and I'm like, okay, let's go. And the first booking, right? The first booking we got was while she was in labor in Florida, right? A Jamaican church booked the first booking for the bounce house business. And I find that to be interesting, right? So now the money from the business at the time back then, and still now actually, I would say I was in a space whereas me being a spiritual person, I'm not interested in money. I've already been a millionaire by that point. And I've had the experience of having lots of money and realized that it's not about money, really. Life is about much more than that. So my perception was, okay, all the money that comes in is there to buy clothes, buy food. We didn't have much. We didn't have much rent because we pretty much owned the house. Well, and that's a different story, because we didn't. We got that house. I guess you can say we got it for free, but it was manifested. But that's, like I said, that's a separate story. That's a separate story from this one. But let's just say we got the house for free, so we didn't have rent or mortgage, and we just had to pay our bills. And the bounce house business was able to do that. But the physical labor part is just like saying, well, I'm not doing this much labor for money because that amount of money is not enough to pay me. So me being a spaceship guy and a guy who's all about frequency, this perception that I came up with is each bounce house is a spaceship that I deliver. I unroll a spiral because it's a spiral when it's rolled up. I unroll the spiral blows up. Kids get inside, they jump, they have fun, they slide, water slides, and we drop it off. We pick it up the next day or 2 days later in many cases. So while it's there at their house, it mines joy. We go back, I roll it up, I roll up all the joy in it. I take it to the house that we live and I put it in our garage. And it operates like a battery to fly our house to a level where we are more joyful, are more happy about life. So that was my perception of why I'm doing the bounce house business, why I'm the one. It's not even I'm doing it. My role, the role that I'm playing in the bounce house business is that, right? We need to pay our bills and buy food and eat. So that's what the money is for. And as far as me getting paid for all that physical labor, I'll go ahead and mine joy, because joy to me is unlimited currency. Unlimited currency. You can't put a price on joy, right? Especially the joy of kids, right? So 13 years we did this business. And everything that we ended up doing and all the amazing experiences we have is just, in my perception, is a result of mining joy of kids. You in the bounce house business. Yeah, so I have two bounce house channels. Both channels combined probably has about 100 million views as far as bounce house video views. And we did earn a lot. I did earn lots of money from the YouTube channels, and I used that money to buy cryptocurrency and play around with crypto. And of course, crypto went up. And so, as far as this place is a result of mining joy, right? And there's no running out of that. Like the amount of joy that was mined over 13 years, it's unlimited. Like there's no, oh, it's gonna run out. No, many, many lifetimes it can last, right? So that's all I really wanted to say about that. And I think the main point that I like the most is The bounce house is a spiral when it's rolled up. You know what I mean? Wow, to end up where I am now as far as what a spiral is, see through. That's really nice, man. And so let's just say this, right? I'm gonna say this again. The bounce house business was Juliana's idea while she was pregnant with my son. His name is Son, right? And the first booking came from a Jamaican church while she was in labor. And so I always said that, oh, this young man is coming into life with his own money. He's coming in with a business that's providing for himself. And he's living a life where his mom and dad and his brother are home all the time with him. And on weekends, we deliver bounce houses to parties. And he's on the road and he's doing it too. I mean, as far as living life through his point of view, it's like, man, what an amazing way to, what an amazing life, right? So that's a nice flow. Mind, joy. So, um, yeah, yeah. So the best thing that anyone can do is to make kids happy. Yeah, pretty much. Right? Yeah, man. Amen. Or be involved somehow. It's not that you make them, because I didn't make the kids happy. I was involved as far as I brought the bounce house and I delivered it, and then I picked it up. So, I'm just a robot basically, right? So I'm not making them. The bounce house make them have joy, right? I'm just in the background, like I'm backstage basically, right? And I'm mining. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. And so that's the nice flow.